welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, babes, I love and appreciate each of you. Oh, I try not to destroy that. Alright, hopefully that's not too far down. I turned the music down a little bit. It seemed a bit loud. I just want to make sure everybody could hear okay. Another clip there. Some clips there. Some clips there. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a Gemini love reading. This is a general collective, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you're interested in a personal reading, please comment below or email me. I'm good, Randall. How are you today? Hello, Hamil. You lost a wrestling match to your mom, Randall? What the hell happened? I'm not doing personal readings right now. If you're interested, you can ask at the end of the reading. It's $5 a question, or I'll be doing a live later. I don't care about this, Randall. What happened with you and your mama? I'm dying. Like, welcome, welcome. Alright, I'll have to say. Sorry, I know as I was going to start the read, I was waiting to see if Randall was texting what happened with his mama, because I didn't want to be in the middle, like, stop just to read it. But he got into a wrestling match with his mama. Like, said, what? Ow! Holy crap. I was in the car a little bit ago, and apparently the wind has knotted my hair to the point where it's like, yeah, you can't get your finger through it. I definitely need to brush that here soon. Alright, well, I'm not seeing from Randall, so I'm going to go ahead and start the reading. Sorry about that pause, y'all. Sorry about that pause, y'all. Wait, magic lemonade, though. Welcome, loves. Welcome. I am Mandela. Alright, what do we got for Gemini? Love and Gemini. What you got, boo-boo? Hello, April. Ooh, triumph. Someone is picking you, or you're picking somebody. Someone who really likes you out of everybody else that they're talking to. Others of you, you know, you're looking at a successful relationship. Romanticism. For some of you, if you feel like they were hooked on their ex, they're past their ex now. Others of you, I just have like a very big love that's about to blossom. Expect to hear soon that like somebody wants you, picks you, they're done talking to others. If this is you and this other energy, you don't regret that decision. I don't have you regretting that decision. Even if these other suitors pop up in your head, you're like, no, I did. I picked right. Just because of how emotionally things are developing, right? Right. Some of you guys might run into like this suitor and somebody else out and about, and you know you're just like, yeah, no, I don't regret that I'm here with this person instead of the other one, right? Don't feel like I missed out there. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for those likes. I've got conquest. Ooh. Sexual energy between the two of you is very good. I have enjoying exploration of each other, excitement. You have an energy that's willing to be dominant and submissive. So others of you, you know, this energy kind of wants to dominate you, but in a healthy way. Awareness. Calling back. Beware. For some of you, have an ex that keeps trying to send shit to you. That's not the one that I have you guys supposed to choose. Um, Whoever this energy is, they're very connected. I have someone who's pretty gifted around you. Welcome, loves. Welcome. Welcome, loves. Welcome. Thank you for them likes. Let's see what else we got for Gemini about this energy. We'll break it down. What do we got for you, Gemini? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for them likes. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Someone thinks a lot of you. Expect an energy to start investing more time. Maybe open up. Maybe start discussing things like, you know, long-term steadiness. Titling things. Taking things to a different level. Going exclusive for some of you. I've got Justice, yeah. If this isn't them, it's you. Good day for a bike. My friend said he was gonna take me on a bike ride. I'm so excited. He's gotta finish fixing it though, like, but I'm sad. I haven't been on a bike at all this season. And if you know me, I'm like a dog, wind in my hair, open road. Makes me sad. The devil. Things kind of hot and spicy. Others of you, this definitely stirred insecurities that maybe you had been neglecting. For some of you, a lot of times, you know, you start talking to somebody and they just automatically start shutting out others. This energy didn't do that. They're like, no, I'm still talking to others. Like, I'm making a decision. Right? Not of Swords. Big changes quickly. It shouldn't be too much longer until you hear this person be like, you know, like I said, that's communications where it's like, I want to be with you exclusively. I want to take this to the next level. I want to choose you in some way. Oh, we got an ad. Let's skip it. Hope that helps. Welcome, loves. Welcome. Thank you for them likes. Thank you for them positive comments. Thank you for, you know, love and light that you guys spread. Kind comments. I got Ace of Pentacles. Laying the seeds here. Getting into this romanticism. It doesn't take long for things to start growing or, you know, becoming more serious in this relationship. So if you were looking for a serious relationship, that's what is headed towards you. And so is this person. They weren't lying about that. They want something that can grow in the physical. Like I have someone who's like planning decorations around a home. Like they really want to build something here. Yeah, 5 of Wands. I have internal conflict. Others of you, I mean, there may be some struggles in communications about the future that you guys are trying to build, the speed you're trying to build it, how to build it. just normal couple stuff where it's like, what is the best plan of attack? Maybe you thinking that you're right, they're thinking they're right, and somewhere in the middle is probably the truth of it. Others of you got emotional conflict for you, or turn like it's not negative. It's a turning, but it's not a negative turning. Like this Five of Wands isn't negative. It's just maybe it's been a while since you've been in a serious relationship or an emotionally deep relationship. But this is going to be a very emotionally deep relationship. Two of Wands, yeah. It's your tummy. Like I said, conflicts around those decisions. But for a lot of you, I just have you guys having like, not that you're actually physically ill. Some of you may become it just because you're not used to having to process through so many emotions. And they're not bad emotions, but it's still a lot when you're processing through a lot of emotions in a day. Whether they're good or bad, it's a lot to go through. And I just have you going through a lot of emotions. I like waves turning you up. Let's get over to conquest. Luckily, this doesn't seem to interfere in the bedroom. It just kind of like throughout your day leaves you feeling kind of sick sometimes, drained sometimes, unsure of yourself or the situation at times. Yeah, strength. Again, someone that does enjoy dominating you. You may enjoy being dominated by this individual. You know, it isn't you, it's them, vice versa. Place energies where they lie. Right? If you know how to do that. You judge surely don't. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for the mics. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what else we got. So we've got strength here. Others of you, some kind of courage here. You might be exploring new things. For some of you, this is a newer type of energy in the bedroom. I've got the moon. Yeah, newness for a lot of you. Others, we're looking at stuff where okay. I can't tell if I actually spit or not. Is it like in my hair? I think it's in my broken hair, y'all. That was not okay. Good. That was amazing. But anyway, yeah, I have uncovering new things. Um, just there's a newness in the bedroom. Others of you, the sexual exploration leads to a deeper intimacy in some way. Six of Pentacles, yeah. You guys end up spending a lot of time together in the bedroom in the beginning, which, nothing wrong with that, hey? Right? But it does help add to new emotional depths. As much as you're enjoying it, it's one of those things that kind of adds into this, like, why you're on this emotional roller coaster ride throughout the day where it's like thinking about this, trying to do that, this and the other. And so you're just like emotionally all over the place. I be struggling to focus sometimes. Knight of Wands, Eight of Cups, and Seven of Wands. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Some of you guys, like I said, this becoming committed. Someone's willing to hang up the player hat over an energy that they're about to be with, right? Someone's gonna make you settle down. Jenna's like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, ma'am? Are you sure about that? Welcome, loves. Welcome. Alright, let's get some more deets for you here. Gemini. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for those likes. Welcome, lovies. I've got the Fool and Six of Swords. Yeah. There's an opportunity to grow in a different way. I have you learning new things from this individual. Don't discredit a new energy. For some of you, if you're the one that's trying to pick, you know, the energy is a little bit different and you may not be able to recognize it as a good match for you just because it's a new energy. I've got King of Cups. Yeah, big love here, especially over romanticism. Again, being on an emotional roller coaster ride on a good bit of the days here, at least in the beginning of this relationship. Somebody able to move past an ex finally. Three of Swords and King of Swords. Ooh, again, some of us actually able to move past an ex finally. For some of you, there's these wounds where you're able to heal them with this partner. For some of you, you may have had a partner in the past where it's like they put down your performance or they said you weren't enough or something like that. And so, you know, your confidence might be a little bit shaken. You get through this shadow work with this energy. Others of you, I have you in a state where it's like, at first you're like, I don't really like this energy because it's not like the ex I'm not over. And like the more you're with them, you're like, you know, I love that you're not like this energy. I absolutely love that you're not like this energy. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for them likes. But yeah, you're definitely just happy with this individual. There's some kind of fear block you're going to be getting through. Five of Wands. Yeah. Internal conflict. For some of you guys, you might worry that, you know, you're not enough for this energy. Self-worth might come into play. Again, I have you able to heal a lot of these wounds with this energy. But just be aware, you know, this might come up in the beginning of the relationship. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, and Five of Cups with the Emperor. Some of you, this might have to do with abandonment or third-party issues. Especially because you really think this energy is sexy, right? I mean, this energy thinks the same about you. You may not believe that, though. So if you can, you know, repeat that truth to yourself in the mirror. Pray something like, "Let me see myself through their eyes." You'd be surprised how attracted this energy is to you, right? But because of, you know, how you view them, you're a little bit like, scared in the beginning. You know, you'll see with time. They ain't going nowhere as long as you don't fuck up. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for them likes. I got complimented. So I think someone thinks I'm younger than I am. So I mean, like, I'm not mad. I've got makeup here for you and separation. For some of you guys, you keep hoping for an ex to come back around. And this is what I'm telling you, honey. If you manifest them back around, you end up wanting to leave them again anyways. There's a reason you guys aren't together. This isn't supposed to be a reunited and it feels so good. This isn't supposed to be reunification. You're supposed to be getting something new here. Why do you want to waste more time on something? like, why are you trying to waste more time? That's what's coming through for some of these Geminis, right? It was fucked up before. It hasn't changed. But here, let's try again. And repeat. And we're going to end it and be like, why did I waste my time? I bet it could grow. It could change. How many times you gone back to this? So you Gemini. Listen, some of these Geminis, I'm not gonna lie, you've gone back to this character like 3, 4, 5 times, and it's like, and 3, 4, 5 times of trying to have hope that this motherfucker is gonna grow. Has it grown? No, Gemini, it has not. Right? Let's just say what it is. It ain't gonna grow. It is what it is. Right? It is what it is. That's why you're supposed to get new. That's why you're supposed to get new. I've got the dragonfly. Be lighthearted. Finding out things coming to light. Adapt, change, and heal. There's a new life, boo. This ending is for a reason. Right? Whatever ex you need to let go of, you have to let go of them. Others of you, this finding out, things coming to light, this change headed your way. It's this person being like, hey, Gemini, I want to be with you. Right? I choose you. Others of you, you might be choosing someone else. And if you're on the fence about, like, you know, trying to make something work with this ex, if you're separated from them and just kind of, but for some of you guys, you start talking to them again, and it's like, why? You took out the trash, and then he was like, hold up, I like that hefty backhoe, right? Why did I throw this away? It's just a bag of shit. Hold up, I'm gonna go try and call up and get back that hefty backhoe. Shit, come back to me. Shit, where are you? Shit, I miss you. Are you done calling on shit? Right. You guys talk better than shit. But let's go with that, Gemini. Let's go with that. Let's get a new perspective here. Right. What else we got? Feminine. Some of you struggling to embrace that right now. In some way or form. Some of you guys are going to have to practice being more receptive. And for some of you, I mean, you know, females like to be dominant too sometimes. Like, you know. So, for some of you, you've got somebody and you're going to have to, you know, switch up positions. You know, where it's like, you listening. You listening. Alright, Gemini gonna be working on listening skills in a different way. But this is one of those classes where it helps in other areas of your life and you're like, you know, this was a fun class to practice listening. Yeah, this was a fun one. Some listening classes ain't as fun in life, right? But definitely with this moon and strength, you definitely have to be prepared to receive energy, not just give energy. Ooh, lust or desire. They think you sexy, sexy. Welcome, lovies. Welcome. Thank you for those likes. Again, those of you dealing, with some self-confidence issues, some self-worth issues. Do you understand what they think of you? Like I said, you see them with that Queen of Wands. They see you with that Queen of Wands. Seriously, pray that prayer. Help me to see myself the way they see me. A lot of you guys have such insecurities. You'd be like, I'm being lied to. And it's like, you're not being lied to. They think you're fucking sexy. It's you who doesn't think that you're sexy. I've got lower level or toxic. That's that ex you think about. I have you and it's on the Three of Swords, like that ex you need to stay away from. They ain't the one. Others of you, whatever lower level or toxic programming you took on that makes you feel less, makes you feel like you can't really embrace your full sensuality in the bedroom, right? That maybe you have to perform a certain way, look a certain way. You're getting past that, right? You're getting with an energy that's much more, they care if your needs are met too, right? Like, you feel like you get to explore things that you want to explore, and you feel safe and comfortable, and, just well rounded, right? They don't want you to feel like you're blocked, like you can't, explore things that you've wanted to try. Um, they don't want to limit you like that. You know what I mean? This is a very mature energy, very nurturing energy. That really just believes in, you and your best. I understand why there were a lot of eyes on them. Kingdom spouse, yeah. This is a big contract, boo-boo. That's a big, big contract. I can understand, why he's getting sent to you. A lot of you guys are good people and stuff, but this is what I'm saying. You've got a kingdom spouse contract, and you're worried about a hefty bag hoe. Please let go of the hefty bag hoe. You got somebody who's not lower level, right? It's a positive energy that wants to unconditionally love you, and you're like, no, the one that gives me issues and twitches. That's the one I want to think of. Can I manifest that shit back in my life? I think I want more trauma. Are you really thinking about what you're trying to manifest, Gemini? Or did it just sound like a good idea? Right? Let's quit thinking about them and realize something else is headed towards you that's worth thinking about. Ooh, the Phoenix, new phase. We've got rekindle, renewed, transformation, growth, and changed mind. Letting go of a perception of what you thought something was for some of you. Others of you, know your value. For some of you, this is an energy you can go through multiple stages of life with, multiple transformations and ascensions. It's a very receptive energy. This energy makes it very easy for you to communicate without having to try. I've got twin flames. Yeah, kingdom spouses. Big contracts. Yin, yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, and complement each other. Right? Something very, very good for you. So I'm saying, you go through this emotional roller coaster because you very easily end up falling in love. And I mean a deep love with this energy. But it's good for you. And, for the most part, you're not scared. I really don't have you guys scared. Some of you guys might from time to time, but the majority, you're getting stamina for an emotional roller coaster ride of some sort. But like other than that, no complaints, right? No complaints. I've got cut cords over lower level or toxic, right? Your ex, man, your ex. For some of you, you need to not allow them access to your energy. And hun, you can say this is an energy. And, I'm the same way. I'm still there for my exes. You know what I mean? If something were to happen in their life, they can call on me and, like, hey, how are you? But that doesn't mean they have access to my energy. You know what I mean? They can't just pull up on my energy like and talk to me all the time and send me shit and things like that. You can still be that kind of energy where it's like, if you ever really need anything in life, hit me up. But you can't just energetically talk to me like you did. You don't just get access to me like you did, right? You can really set up boundaries with somebody. Others of you, this is supposed to be a no access pass. Like, fuck yeah, block, block, blockity block. I like so many social media accounts. Like, probably like just block, block, blockity block, right? Someone picked a fun variety of crazy. Keys on a ring and past lives. Ew. For some of you, this ex that you're letting go of is one that used to string you along in another life. You may have struggled to separate with them then, but this may have ended in another life where it ended in a similar fashion or got ripped away just because this energy would keep stringing you along. Others of you, this person, where they're picking you out of the litter, you've been together before. This kingdom spouse being sent to you, you've had a past life with them. So it explains for some of you on another level why it's just so easy to like fall in love with them and grow with them. Right. What else we got on the bottom here? Ooh, lover. Commitment and kisses. With unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Underneath that, not enough. Lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy, frustrated in a relationship. I just have this coming through as you guys facing these, right? Any wounds that you have where you feel like you're not enough. Those of you where like this person's still making their decision, have faith. You really are enough. Right? Use enough. Use enough. Gemini, you more than enough. Welcome, loves. Welcome. Thank you for those likes. Alright, what else do we need to know for Gemini? Right. Other than you have a very connected kingdom spouse headed your way. Or, that you're going to end up in this relationship with. Some of you guys, you already know who this is and talk to them and all that kind of shit. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Something big about to happen, Gemini. Like I said, if you haven't been hailed the victor yet, expect to hear that here soon where it's like, no, I want to pick you. Do you want to do a committed relationship still or not? Because that's what they're looking for. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Like I said, this energy really embraces you being you. You can share information and secrets, and they're not going to betray you. Others of you, this gets into that exploration of the bedroom. Like I said, you're very all over the place with emotions because this energy that you're going to be in a relationship with, you can sit there and talk to them about yourself, your dreams, your aspirations. But then you can also talk about like fantasies and shit like that. So, And those are very contrasting emotions to go through. But, you know, they're open to all of you, right? Every bit of you. You don't need to hide things with them. I've got look at the bigger picture with full moon and Sagittarius, and balance spirituality and practicality. Zooming out for a better picture, you know, why things happened the way that they did, right? There's a view why they're happening the way they are. Like why weren't they just like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Gemini? Like, you know, and for some of you that's really triggering the rest of your self-confidence issues, right? Because it's like you're in a competition. And if you can look at it, you know, there were multiple offers and they're just taking their love life very seriously. If you look at it more like application received, we're going to do what is that? A working interview, see if we want to proceed or not. You know, it was just to make sure. So at the end of this, as much as you're like, I mean, and they might have, you never know. Some people have feelings, but it's like, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure, right? You know, you end up beating a crowd for this individual. So obviously, you've got what it takes, kid, right? Out of the group, you stand out. You know, just because they didn't shout out, I pick you when they first ran into you, doesn't mean, you know, that they don't feel that way. All right, balance, spirituality, and practicality. How long it's taking something to happen. Others of you, you know, something about shadow work. For some of you, if you can, schedule some more self-loving just because it's going to make it easier for you to accept the love that this person is going to be trying to send you. Right? You don't want to, like, delay or negatively interfere with your new love. Right? Alrighty. What do we got on the bottom here? A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon and Cancer. Yeah, big love of self coming through here. Others of you, I mean, this relationship really brings big healing vibes. A lot of you guys being able to, like I said, be you. Bring up things you always wanted to or that, you know, you haven't brought up. For some of you, you brought it up in a relationship before and maybe it got made fun of or something like that. And so you were just like, oh, well, I'm never going to share that again. You know what I mean? And I was like, no, it just wasn't well received by that individual. Right? Everybody's different. Right? Something like maybe you, right? Oh my God, they're like, don't say that, don't say that. Right? Anyways, what we were talking about was something like you always wanted to try anal beads. And you know, you have an ex who's like, no, 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 that's weird. And then this one's like, yeah, I mean, like, I get it. If that's what you want to try, that's what you want to try. You know what I mean? So, individuals you end up with. Celestite, communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, and deep meditation. Bringing in some stones here. Communicating with angels. For some of you guys, you know, being more receptive to those healing energies, right? Those positive communications from the other side. Angels are more than willing to help you get through that shadow work where they'll help you boost up your self-confidence. I've got fire. Ooh, passionate, creation, travel, and courage. Tapping into those energies, man. Like I said, you've got that desire there too. You know, they think he's sexy, sexy. There's a beautiful storm rolling in. Titanium Rainbow Quartz, awakening all chakras, ultimate manifestation, vibrancy, and powerful shift in your life, man. Alright, on the bottom I got Sapphire, channeled wisdom, psychic abilities, self-expression, and destiny. Them kingdom spouses, them contracts, man. This is lined up for a reason. Alright, destiny is unfolded. Alright, I hope that this helped you, Gemini. You've got a great love around you, and you deserve it. And I said, if you can, call on them angels so that they can help you get to the best place that you can to be your most confident, your most receptive version of yourself. You know, it's just a way to help reward yourself with the kind of love that you want. Alright, guys, I love you so much. Thank you all those who liked. Thank you who subscribed. Thank you anybody who tips or donates. I think that's about it. If you're interested in a personal reading, please comment below or email barefootbalancedmama@gmail.com. And then that's it. I hope to check you out another reading. I will be going live and doing personal readings, $5 a question. So hope I'll see you later. Alright, guys. I love you so much. Bye.